Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It is time. The last game of the day. DotaPit League Season number 3 well underway. Our fourth and final game between Virtus.Pro and Team Empire about to get started. We're here in the draft. Everybody, thank you so much for joining us. We've had a lot of fun today, a lot of good times. I'd like to give a big shout out to, of course, Pitmuckle joining us today for doing production. He's been amazing as always. Of course, my name is Matt. Joining me today is Trout for the final game. How the hell are you, man?
Doing good, man. Doing good. We've had some pretty good games today so far.
Been a lot of fun. I gotta say that last game I think was my favorite. We've had some pretty good ones at that. Had a couple like 50+ minute games, which have been great between our first two teams' alliance, and of course, I'm blanking. I can't believe I'm blanking on it, man. What's happening to me? Somebody help! All right, hold on.
I mean, the Alliance game was pretty good.
Vega, that was the one. All right, woo! I don't know what happened, guys. I think it just something happened. But all right, regardless, we're here. Virtus.Pro versus Empire. Sorry, everybody.
Yeah, well, the Axe coming out again for Virtus.Pro. Team Empire did have the opportunity to take it, but they're going to go with the Troll Warlord, something we haven't seen yet from them. And they're going to go with the Troll Warlord. Axe picked up. They actually banned out Wisp and Venge for themselves, too. So there's not going to be a swap to help out the Axe call anyway. Man, I don't know. I just don't know. Maybe Empire have a strat in their mind. On paper, heroes like Shadow Demon are quite good against Axe. Timbersaw is actually quite good against Axe because you build up armor, and Axe is most of his damage is coming out from the counter helix, which is the armor, or sorry, which is a physical ability. So I would like to see more teams run the Shadow Demon. I think it's very, very good for a couple of reasons. One, you can defensively disrupt if you need to. Two, you can offensively disrupt, which creates illusions of himself, which also counter or proc the counter helix, and then you can kite him with the ultimate as well. So. I think that more teams should be using that hero against him. I'm curious to see what Empire have in mind, because clearly they didn't have a good answer to the Axe last game, even when it was picked up in the first stages of the game.
That's the thing that surprises me. Why give it away? First of all, why not pick it? Number one. Number two, why give it away when you could just ban it against Virtus.Pro? Like, I understand maybe you were a little bit scared of the Juggernaut first and foremost, but secondly, last game Yol playing the Chen, but I just don't see why you give that Axe up, especially with how well BZZ played in the last game. That kind of blows my mind, but they must have some idea. They go for the Troll Warlord, they pick up the Rubik as well. I don't know, I'm kind of sketched out by this draft so far for Team Empire.
I mean, it's very early on. There's still a lot of different things that they could do. Like I said, I think Shadow Demon is quite good. Typically, lots of ranged heroes are good against Axe. I believe they banned out the Drow in like the second banning phase, which is typically a very, very good hero against Axe, or heroes that kite him. So expect to see heroes banned out like Viper, Venomancer, Drow. Expect those kind of bans coming out from Virtus.Pro, because that's the idea you want. Either, okay, there's a number of different ways. You can counter him with lots of ranged heroes with a Drow strat. You can counter him with slows and kiting, like Venomancer and Viper, like I just said. There's also another way with a Shadow Demon, but also with the a hero like Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage is actually pretty damn good against Axe, because even if he goes on to him, he loses all of his mana, or at least most of it, especially if he already has the Manta up. And normally you'd think, oh, Manta, nice, extra illusion, that'll proc my counter helix. It's actually really bad with an Anti-Mage, because you instantly burn all his mana, and then Axe can't really cast anything after that. So look to see those kind of bans coming out from Virtus.Pro. Things like Drow, maybe Anti-Mage, Viper, something like that.
Or Drow and Viper together. That combo seems kind of gross. I've seen it before.
Yeah, there's the Drow ban. I think that's really smart.
Much for that. No Drow coming out for Team Empire, and I think that's probably the best ban you can have in that situation. There's a lot of ways, like you talked about, to deal with the Axe, but that is probably one of the best ways. So they make sure that's not there anymore. Line banned from Empire, which, by the way, last game, Line was not touched for all 5 bans and picks. Went through the entire draft without seeing anything from the Line, so not surprising it gets banned this time around, but kind of surprised it got through the last time. They also have another ban to work with here. For our last game of the day, Virtus.Pro up in this series 1-0. It's a 2-game series. So far, we've had a lot of splits. Only 3 series actually played out, so we're still in the very infancy of the DotaPit season. Could be going on for a while. Not that I'm complaining. Lots of good games coming your way here in DotaPit. Dazzle ban, interestingly enough.
Yeah, Dazzle was good because that gives them the potential to go aggressive and just run over them with backlaning and things like that with an Axe, and that's devastating if you don't have the means to deal with it. You pretty much have to have ranged heroes like with a Viper to deal with that. And I guess I could go Viper, but Viper Troll Rubik seems very weird to me. I don't know if it. I guess it could work. I don't know, but yeah, I'm curious to see what the last ban up here for the second banning phase is for Virtus.Pro. Like I mentioned, here's like Viper or Veno, Anti-Mage. Even if Shadow Demon, like I still feel like Shadow Demon, if Team Empire in the back of their mind are thinking of ways to deal with this axe, I think Shadow Demon is a very, very good hero. I saw EG do it, I believe, at DAC. It was either DAC or something else, or maybe it wasn't even EG, but I saw someone pick Shadow Demon actually against axe, and it just destroyed him. Or maybe, I don't even know if they won, but I just know that it was effective. And they actually go with the Shadow Fiend band. I think that's kind of interesting.
They just don't want to play against that hero, despite how well they did against the hero last game. Sometimes it's like, all right, let's just give our mid laner an easier time or something.
Yeah, I find that interesting, because if they go Shadow Fiend, that means farming Troll. I think I guess farming Troll is pretty damn good, because you can transition to the jungle relatively early. But like you mentioned, they played so well against it, I find that a little bit curious.
Yeah, well, I mean, now the question is, what do you get for G as well? I know it's a little bit early in the draft, and we don't have to talk about it yet, but G seems to be one of those guys that thrives out of farming mid. And if you're Empire, maybe you go for something a bit early game to try to combat that. Do you send the troll mid if you're Empire to try to deal with whatever G picks up? I don't know. I feel like G's the driving force.
Just depends on what the mid lane is. Like,
yeah.
I've seen. I feel like I've seen God play. Doesn't he like a lot of co-op? I think he plays a lot of co-op as well.
I think so. Yeah.
And I think that would be a good hero here against Troll Warlord. It's kind of a double-edged sword, because if Troll Warlord gets one bash, you're pretty much dead in the mid to late game. Rubik can also lift him up, but it's hard. It's really hard to steal a blink from Quap if you're really fast with your spells. Whereas if it's like an anti-mage, you always steal blink. But I've seen him play a lot of Quap if he's not playing a farmer. Other than that, I'm not well versed in the Virtus.Pro scene to know exactly what he likes.
I just know they like to pick Mirana support for, I think it's Jotum. He loves to play that. He loves to hit arrows. And they also get G a lot of hard farming. Like, first of all, G's Invoker is incredible, which is why I asked last game. His Naga is very good. I know a lot of G heroes. Not so much everybody else. BZZ was a very good Slark, but they haven't put it in a while because that hero just doesn't seem very good anymore. It had the lowest win rate at DAC. Dude, it had the lowest win rate at like DAC by a wide margin. Yeah, it was not very good. I mean, the hero might still be good, but it's just maybe the teams don't know how to play it or they're playing it poorly.
I mean, maybe it's because Axe was so popular, and Axe is pretty damn good against Slark. I don't know.
Yeah, the what
I still
you
think
gave
Slark
me when
is really strong.
Yeah, when you said that, I'm like, oh, I might have just screwed up there by saying that. Oops.
No, I'm sure the stats are there, but I mean, I feel like stats always need to be taken with a grain of salt.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe they can say something. Maybe Slark was just not effective then, or still is not that effective. But there's a lot of different things. I still think Slark is very, very strong. But
yeah, he's probably a good hero. But
Witch Doctor picked up here. Okay, another very strong laning support. So they're gonna go with Gyro. Okay, interesting. I thought they could have maybe gotten away with something more greedy, because they have such strong laning supports that are both ranged. But they're gonna go with a more team fighting oriented carry in the Gyrocopter instead.
This is interesting. I haven't seen much of him since the change. People thought that change would maybe push him over the edge, but Virtus.Pro will go for it. And we'll see where they decide to lane the hero. That seems like it has to be a safe lane hero, unless I'm crazy. I don't think I've ever seen him in the mid lane, or if it has been, it's not been very effective.
I've seen Fata do it a number of times.
Yeah.
It's worked sometimes, and sometimes it hasn't worked. Against a Magnus, I mean, that rocket spam, or whatever it's called, the missile spam, is pretty damn annoying. And he can't really evade it. Like, he can kind of run away with the skewer, and he'll still get hit by it, but if that's their idea for G in the mid lane, I suppose it would be very good against Magnus. They're going to pick up a Doom for Team Empire. I know that they love this hero. It's quite good against Axe. I think he still procs the counter helix without a scepter, though, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, you're correct. You need the scepter for the counter helix to be muted. I'm 90% sure about that. I might be wrong.
Yeah, I think you're right too. That's what I was thinking too. Nonetheless, it's still okay. It's outside of that, I want to say that this isn't like your typical, oh, nice, Doom is going to own these heroes game, you know?
Yeah.
It's not like a Storm Spirit or like a Quap or some other kind of mobile hero that would really get shut down by that silence, so kind of interesting pickup in that sense, but if he does get the Ag Scepter, obviously it will be effective, but got to farm that up first. Disruptor Band coming out from Virtus.Pro. as they sense that Team Empire needs one more support. And this last ban, I mean, this could be so many different things because we don't exactly know where the gyro is going to go, right? He could go mid, he could be their farmer, so this is kind of a guessing ban here for Team Empire.
I'm looking at a list of abilities that are muted, passive abilities that are muted on Dota 2 Wiki, and Counter Helix is not on here. I know that there's a weird interaction with triggered abilities, but the thing that is muted is Bristleback. I'm not sure, maybe it's muted to be, or it's silenced to begin with without the Aghanim Scepter. I don't think that's the case. Am I crazy? Again, I would almost pay somebody for mechanical knowledge.
Yeah, it's always the problem is there's always so much to learn, and then when they throw things in there like Doom no longer cancels passives, you got to get ags, then you start forgetting a bunch of things, right? And you start second guessing yourself.
Yeah, exactly. The changes happen so frequently that you don't know what's true anymore and what's false. Hard to keep up.
But Lina is going to be the last pickup. It's going to be a core Lina, which is I'm always a fan of. I think it's ridiculously strong ever since they made the Ags upgrade, make her ult go pure. Fantastic item for that. You know, obviously going through the BKBs for the Troll Warlord and things like that. So
I actually love the Lina. Whether they put it in the mid lane or the safe lane, I'm a big fan of it. Very good against maybe squishy agility heroes or heroes with a lot of magical resistance. But in this situation, I think Lina can blow a lot of these heroes up, and the Ags is obviously going to be huge. That's what it's really good against the Troll, because Troll's going to get a BKB. Lina just gets an Ags upgrade, and then again, he's one of those squishy heroes, agility heroes that gets obliterated. Are you DCing as well?
I am. Yeah,
okay.
I am.
All right. Well, it looks like we're having some issues. We're back in. We did it, I think, for the most part. But from a casting point of view, I actually really like Virtus.Pro's draft. I'm not sure about the gyrocopter, but I'm not sure what you're thinking about it. So
I think Gyro's fine. I think that people forget about how strong he is for two reasons. One, I think he is quite strong with AoE in late game, but the other reason is he's strong because he usually reaches that critical mass faster than most heroes. He's able to farm stacks very, very quickly. He's able to just get there faster. Kind of like an anti-mage, whereas like anti-mage might not be the strongest carry in the game, but he's able to get to those 6 slots faster than anybody in the game, which makes him essentially stronger. So it's for that reason that people forget how strong Gyro can be. See, there I go, calling him Gyro. Is it Gyro or Gyro? Now I'm second guessing.
I say Gyro, man. I think you're fine with Gyro. Gyrocopter sounds right to me. Go with that.
Whatever. All right, so it's gonna be Sadoy playing the axe this time around. So BCC will be playing the Gyrocopter.
There you go.
But yeah, Lich pickup is the last pickup. We didn't talk about that too much for Empire. It's pretty damn good against the axe, obviously, giving your team that extra armor, slowing the attack and movement from the enemies. Although it doesn't really matter for, I would say, I would guess that aspect of the ice armor is really not that effective against Virtus.Pro Polar, or sorry, Virtus.Pro. It's pretty much just the damage mitigation.
I'm not sure about the Lich pick. We'll have to see how it pans out, but they have to get some stuff done in the laning phase. I feel like that's where Lich kind of shines, and he falls off a little bit later. G's trying to go for this bounty rune. Are they going to try to cliff him very close? G actually avoids it barely by walking up a little bit. Aloha Dance uses some mana, the cooldown as well, and they can't really go for contention of this rune anymore because he just used telekinesis. Yol will walk up and try to zone him out. Yol has a bit more right click by about 8. It's pretty good. G will grab the rune. He'll head towards mid, and he even gets a salve. He realizes, hey, I got some extra gold to work with. Let's just get the salve going. And the block's going to be a bit better. Always want to fly, also sacrificing the mid lane creep as Mag is going to rotate in. So the resolution Mag coming out. And we'll see how things pan out. Looks like it's just going to be standard lanes for the most part.
Yeah, well, Lich starts off mid, I guess, and then maybe goes towards the top. And yeah, it's actually going to be Axe in the safe lane. And then they're going to put the Gyrocopter in the off lane. This is a straight up off lane Gyrocopter. No support yet. Witch Doctor's making his way down there. And there's a pause coming out, unfortunately.
I think there might be some lag. I don't want to jinx anything if there's not. I hope there isn't, but I'd imagine that's what it... Well, we haven't said anything. I think, yeah, that's lag. Well, we're going out anyways. Silent just unpausing the game, then repausing. That was awkward. Net. Lag. Yeah, I'm seeing a couple of words that I know in this foreign language.
Net is lag?
Well, I'm assuming that means internet.
Oh.
I don't know. That's an assumption. I could be completely wrong, but I don't know. I'm assuming they're going to go. Hopefully everything's good. Offlane Doom might have a good time if Zidoi walks up and calls him.
Goodbye,
Oh,
Witch
no.
Doctor.
Oh, no. Oh,
Have a-
Yol, please. He can eat his way through. He has 2 tangos. No, wait, can you go through this way right here?
No.
Oh, all right, well, then he lost.
He definitely lost.
I mean, he's not going to have a courier for a TP for a while because G was getting his bottle. So, yeah, this is a problem for this Witch Doctor. He's not feeling good right now. Oh, no, what a disaster.
Yeah, which could have been a pretty decent dueling offlane with the Witch Doctor and the Gyro.
Yoki's going to get called. Yoki is very low, actually. The support's not there. Had they had the Ancient Apparition, they'd probably get this kill faster. Yoki is trying to juke him. Oh, not that way. Oh, Zidoi gets juked. He sees Yoki finally. He's got call up in 1 second. He's going to pop up the Scorched Earth. But if Zidoi can get this call, if he can't, the Frost Blast solo is too much. They can't really go back in now. Under threat of death, Zidoi will take a couple more right clicks. He has 2 magic stick charges. That was the weirdest tango I've ever seen. Like, the weirdest set of dance moves between these 2 guys. Yoki and Always Wanna Fly and Zidoi having a bit of a party that just kind of awkward. Zidoi's got to run at Always Wanna Fly, though. Call's ready. He's in range now. Decides not to use it.
I think there was maybe a slim chance that Yoki could have kind of turned back on that because they were both very, very low. And the one great thing about Lich in the laning stage is that not only does Nuke do damage and slow, but it's a very, very low cooldown. It's only 8 seconds. And that costs very little mana at the first level, like 125. So there was a chance he actually could have turned that and got a counter kill, but took the safe route instead. And here we go.
Yeah.
Trying to give him a TP. He put it down. There we go.
No, he can't give it to him. Can he?
He got it.
He doesn't have it. No. That's.
Oh
no!
Oh, he has a TP. He does have a TP though.
Oh, but he has to use that TP that he was going to give to the Witch Doctor. The clown shoes have been put on. They've been tied up, and they're ready to go, man. Oh my lord.
Yeah, okay, the courier is actually still being used, and oh man, gee, you're bottle crowing, bro.
She's like, yeah, I don't really care, dude. Like, you're just gonna sit up there.
He's actually just bottle crowing without a flying courier, and yeah.
Oh, BZZ. Actually, yeah, he just gets caught out. Telekinesis and the whirling axis is more than enough. If you had a support Witch Doctor there, maybe he survives. That's the difference, man. We're just too in awe of Yol right now. I'm going to keep my camera focused on this guy for like 90% of the game. He's not going to be he's going to be there for another 5 minutes at least, I think. They finally have a flying courier. Their TP, yeah, Yol bought a TP for himself, but they're actually flying the bottle out to G first because they prioritize it that highly. Unbelievable. Meanwhile, Jadam's getting run at top lane. Can he get this kill? Is he going to kill him? He doesn't have an ensnare. Cold Feet's going to go. I think Jadam's dead if he right clicks. Oh, Yoki has to try to get off. And Jadam might survive. BZZ rotates top. Yoki's in trouble. Call's going to go. They have Battle Hunger as well. Missile's going to fly. It's going to hit. There's the Rocket Barrage. Yoki very low. They're going to get the kill. Meanwhile, Lich does walk into the backside and actually picks up that kill as Jadam stayed way too long. Meanwhile, Yol is getting shadowed by Aloha Dance. He knows he has a TP scroll, but Aloha
If he
Dance will go back
cancels
to the
this,
lane.
I would just leave the game.
No,
Okay.
he's all right. Yol's fine. All right, took us 4 minutes, everybody, but there it is.
Oh man. So I was looking at the top there and saw the cold feet come. I didn't see how long it was on him. Maybe you can help me. But if it was right about to proc, then I guess Yoki made the right decision. But I feel like he could have just kind of bit the bullet and just auto-tacked him once more, let the cold proc, and then let his Scorched Earth do the rest of the damage for the final kill.
Yeah.
It would have been really, really close. But I think that would have been a bit of a better, safer, or a better way to actually get secure that kill onto the Ancient Apparition.
I think he definitely could have gotten the kill. If that's what you're asking. I think you're right. I think that's the correct play. But well, finally Yol gets down from the cliff. He has to actually just take a little bit of the solo experience. He's level 2. Surprisingly, the Ancient Apparition is right there with him in terms of experience. So supports for Virtus.Pro not having the best game. Aloha Dance is maybe looking forward to Ivy setting up on the backside of this. He has telekinesis. He was only 1 level higher. And then Yol. Meanwhile, Silent has the highest CS by a wide margin. Top lane, Frostblast into BZZ. And he should probably die here. Chilling Touch is going to go, and Yoki's still chasing him down pretty fast. He gets the kill with a homing missile, though. That's cheeky. And that's going to come out. He'll die, though. Bottom line, the dive going in, and Silent is actually going to fall. What a rotation from Sadoy coming in to help his teammate out, and Aloha Dan's still alive, but actually they won't go for the kill. Sadoy trying to find it, but he actually jukes it by heading up north, and Aloha Dance will stay alive.
Yeah, really nice ensnare there from the Doom. Secure that kill up there. And a nice rotation. He actually gets the level 2 Battle Hunger up onto Aloha Dance. He's chasing him down with a speed bonus is 12%. Yeah, he doesn't. He might not
he's
even
not going to
need
use it. Yeah. There's a DD that G had for Resolution, but Resolution had Skewer. No, he actually used it already, but he probably wouldn't have died anyway. He'll get his Arcanes. Resolution at 22 CS, G at 35. It's quite the mid lane coming out for G in comparison.
I think he should definitely win this. And he's pampering himself. Remember this. He bottle crowed while his teammate needed to... Oh, yep. Here comes Silent. He's actually under some aggression here. This is a level 2 Battle Hunger, by the way. Here we go with the call.
They can Culling Blade him if necessary, and they will be able to do so right now. He might just out of the Battle Hunger. The counter helix procs are enough for it. They're going to chase after Aloha Dance, but decide not to use this in the next Battle Hunger. And Sadoy is having another good game. This time, no, not as the Centaur, but as the Axe. He's taking over the reins of BZZ. Aloha Dance getting Battle Hunger. They actually rotate BZZ top lane where he's getting farm finally. He did not have a good start. He only has 11 CS. So that off-lane Gyrocopter, maybe not the best choice, but he'll start getting farm now.
I think that was one of those instances where he probably should have used the Culling Blade so that he could have got the extra speed bonus to maybe get the counter kill or the follow-up kill onto Aloha Dance. So I don't know if you could see the vision because it was nighttime, but yeah, here comes a TP from Lina. She's got all her spells. She's got pretty much full mana. She hits a stun. This is definitely going to be a dead somebody. She doesn't even have to hit a stun on Aloha Dance. She just ult and... Oh.
She missed the Dragon Slave, but she's just going to Laguna him. Telekinesis. She might actually not get... She's not going to get that kill.
All right.
That's a disaster.
Not yeah, I don't know
that definitely should have been a secured kill somewhere in there.
Yeah. A little bit of an awkward engagement. Like, didn't expect the Rubik to be popping up at that moment, and because it is nighttime, it's hard to you know, not get fogged. So, unfortunate. It should have been a kill, but just couldn't get it.
He's going to get phase boots now. Got some extra damage to work with, some extra movement speed as well, so maybe that doesn't happen again. BZC is going to get Frost Blast. Calldown's going to go, but I don't know about this one. He's probably dead to Scorched Earth and right click. Although the slow coming out, the Ice Vortex saves his life. Now Jotham's going to try to man up on a Doom. I'm not sure about this one, buddy. Yoki's Scorched Earth is now done. Ensnare is going to go. And Jotham and BZZ, meanwhile, on the backside, Yol is going to work. They do get the kill on the Doom. Now Yol walks in. Kills always want to fly. Turns into 2 for 1 somehow. A weird engagement again. G's looking for resolution. He TP's out. Bottom lane, Sadoy is going into Silent. Guys, please. Silent's able to walk away. And, all right. I think we're done now. I think we're good. I think we made it.
It's a really interesting skill build coming out from Sadoy. It's only 3 into counter helix, and then he's got 2 into call, 2 into battle hunger. And I don't know if you saw that how much damage that level 1 rocket barrage did with a level 2 ice vortex to increase the match damage by 20%. It was actually a ton of damage onto Yoki. So I didn't expect that. Maybe Yoki just throws out the Doom, but probably not because he probably just gets denied and it would have been a waste. So hard call to make there, but nice rotation there from the Gyrocopter, who only had like 100 HP when he went back in there.
Yeah, so now Gyro's able to pick up the phase boost after getting that kill. He's able to farm a bit more, and Silent's still farming very well despite dying twice. He still has 63 CS at 10 minutes in, which is pretty damn good. A lot of this has been coming from the jungle, though. Oh, the smoke came from Empire onto G. Oh, he's so fast with the phase boots, and he also had stacks of fire. He saw 3 of them, in fact. So goodbye. I'm going to zoom on out of here.
Axe has a blink, dude. Like, whew. That is pretty damn good.
He's feeling himself right now. Sadoy is going to buy it from the side shop in a moment's time, and that's pretty good. A 9-minute blink dagger coming out, 10-minute blink dagger perhaps. They're going to actually TP the Lina down. Meanwhile, they're going to try to go for the Gyrocopter telekinesis. Now the Doom going out, and I think BZZ is dead. This time no one's going to deny him. And nice pickup kill from Aloha Dance with the telekinesis, and he just stays under the tower. They're going to go on to Jotham as well in the mid lane. Skewer misses. RP's available. I don't think you use it for this hero. Almost kills always want to fly. In fact, there will be a rotation. Oh, the Cold Feet doesn't proc. Blank Sadoy gets juked. Battle Hunger is going to go, and they actually just chop him down. So, oh, G still smoked. The resolution might get Laguna bladed. Maybe not. He walks the other way.
He's gonna have his blink at a pretty damn good timing, considering he was up against Alina solo mid.
Look at this dive. Death Ward's gonna come out. Look at Blade. See you later. And they cancel the TP scroll. And that happened because Sidoi jumped in Berserker's Called. He didn't have enough mana to finish off the Rubik. Now they're chasing. The Ice Vortex coming in. Telekinesis, they have RP. Are they going to use it? They're going to skewer him back first and foremost. Berserker's Called cancels the RP. Can he get Aloha Dance? He doesn't have the mana. Oh, he was so close. Nice shockwave to clean up the kill. Very close from Sidoi. Maybe a bit greedy, but he was going to die anyways, I think.
Now that's a combination right there. Is the Rubik lift backwards into a further further skewer. Top lane, we got Yoki in a little bit of trouble. Oh, right.
Scorched Earth. He wants to kill him, though. Phase away. Let me run at you, now I'll run at you instead. Yoki backs up. Scorched Earth about to be off. There it goes.
Yep. He went for the phase boots on the Doom. We don't see this much anymore either. It's pretty much just a Tranquils for a very cheap boot upgrade into a Midas. And I think he's still going to go Midas, which... I don't know a game where Doom doesn't build this. That's not effective.
Johnham gets RP'd, skewered back. He's not dead yet. He's about to be. Blink call only onto Aloha Dance. Counter Helix procs don't go his way. He does have Falling Blade if necessary. Chain Frost is going to bounce between. Oh, the creeps. Oh, the RNG. What a disaster. Ice Frog, please. That was a sure kill on Yol had that Chain Frost bounced, I think. Maybe not sure, but would have been close.
Yeah, those were pretty unfavorable bounces. But that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes.
Oh my god, guys, can you just relax? EZZ's gonna get doomed up top. Yoki is looking for the Ensnare. He'll find it. Maybe a deny coming out. He's pretty low. And he doesn't even need to get denied. He's okay completely. Oh, Yoki's like, I don't want to fight against Alina, but I'm gonna get called. Laguna maybe is necessary? No.
Definitely didn't need to use that.
Yeah, I don't know about. Oh, he stole it. Oh, geez, so close to dead. He's gonna get earned up, but he's gonna bottle and survive. Aloha Dance is like, are you kidding? Really? And they call him, and Aloha Dance is gonna get cold. Goodbye. See you later.
Well, always want to fly, looking to maybe try to do something. He doesn't have chain. I think in that instance, what you have to do, and it's very difficult to do it, but you have to stand there and like. Give yourself vision of the axe and then pre-click the telekinesis so the second he blinks and it lifts him up. But in nighttime, it's very difficult to do. In daytime, you can maybe do it, but very nice pursuit there by Sidoi. I don't know if they're kind of losing vision a little bit here because it is nighttime of the Lich, but if he comes out into vision,
they see him now. They 100% see him.
Yeah.
Always want to fly. You did not know there was an axe behind enemy lines, and because of this, you're going to get chopped. Really good Sidoi kind of baiting out a heal, a stick charge or two from the Lich to make sure they secure that kill 100% with the Culling Blade. And it's the past couple of minutes since this Blink Dagger has been acquired by Sidoi, they have been running over Empire. And they're even going to get the tier 1 tower. It's going to get glyphed first and foremost. Sidoi is actually out of mana to call. He's going to pick up a Vanguard though. They're not going to go for the tower actually. Yoki's here. He has Doom, and that'll push him back. RP onto Sidoi. Shockwave, skewer back. Sidoi probably is dead. He did just buy. He's very tanky, though. Berserker's Call. Can he get resolution? No. They actually stole Culling Blade. Aloha Dance with the cheeky play himself. Gets the kill.
That could have been...
They're going to chase.
Oh, they're going to chase here.
Did he get fogged? Did he get his animation going for Yoki? And then
that was actually almost disastrous because that was the slowest blink RP I've ever seen. Action here at the bottom. Actually, Silence going to put some damage onto Yol. The cask is coming out. He does get slowed. One more auto attack. He will get the kill. But yeah, that mag RP was so slow. There was definitely enough time for Axe to blink away, but thankfully he didn't for the sake of Magnus, because that could have been easily a whiffed RP.
Well, been action in like every lane in the jungle. It's like a kill every 2 seconds. They're even going to try to go on Jotum here. He'll back away. Yules is finally done, by the way, for the Lina. So now it's time to go for that Aghanim Scepter. With that becomes very difficult to fight into in the mid lane. You almost have to doom the Lina at that point, I think. Well, maybe not, actually. One Laguna Blade might not be worth it. Light Strike's going to go. Resolution is looking to jump, but he actually gets his blink canceled by the Light Strike and Dragon Slave. Shockwave goes through, G baiting it for the most part.
If he's fast with his fingers, the second mag blinks in, you can either Yules him or Yules yourself. Probably Yules him, because then you can set yourself up for a Light Strike array.
That would be very impressive. And top lane, BZZ, what do you have? Helm of the Dominator. On the other side of things, It's Yasha for Silent. So that's really the main difference between the two heroes. They have the same pretty much items, except for the Quelling Blade on Silent and the Yasha and the Helm of the Dominator difference. Mid lane, Berserker's Call, and the Laguna on a support Rubik. Oh, don't let that courier die. Hello? And, okay, it's going to live. All right. Silent,
Bot lane
Death
Silent's
Ward,
in trouble.
getting obliterated. And the Quelling Blade to secure the kill.
Very nice death ward there from Yul. Nicely placed, barely saving Jotum there with the help of Sedoy's Culling Blade. And Silent hasn't been able to really take off. He's got Sange and Yasha and about 50 gold. Should have enough gold by the time he resurrects.
That's a homing missile that hits.
Oh
This
my
is a kill.
God.
Light Strike Array, the right click from G is more than enough. He will get Frost Blast, but there's no fault. He could just kill Always Wanna Fly right now if he wanted to. Fade Bolt's going to come in. They need a Telekinesis. Actually gets the Chain Frost kill. That's big. Bottom lane, though, Sedoy is chasing after Resolution. He doesn't have mana to use his call. Not for like 20 seconds anyways, and they have to break off the chase.
Solo smokes. This is interesting.
BZZ?
He has LOS.
I don't know if he gets this kill, though. Fade Bolt
He
already
stacked
went
his own
out.
spells. He stacked his own spells, and now he's going to kind of waste his smoke. He's
BZZ
actually
walked
just going
back in. I'm not sure why. BZZ's going to die to a Fade Bolt.
What was that?
That was questionable.
That was one of the weirder engagements I've seen in Dota.
To give you a play-by-play of what's happening in the cast, Pip is in our ear literally every 5 seconds. Top lane, bottom lane, smoke. It's great, man. This is such a luxury to have. And it's so far we have yet to miss a kill. At least, I think we have yet to miss a kill, at least in this game. We'll hopefully...
See, what you're supposed to do is just not even mention him and just take credit for everything and just...
No, but I don't
oh
want to
my
be...
God.
I'm not that kind of... Listen, I got to give him credit. I'm too nice or something. I don't know. Well,
Dude, one day I'll just
You're just a
unmute.
nice guy.
yeah, he's going to... Yeah, one day he's just going to mute and just talk over us. That's going to happen. It's just going to be a disaster. But 12 to 16, and so far a lot of action all across the map. Not really lacking for excitement. And Virtus.Pro have a bit of a kill lead, but oh, big TP rotation bottom. They're looking for an RP. Yules goes in. Resolution kind of waiting. That was awkward as hell. G still might fall. RP onto 2. It was a bait the entire time. Death Ward will kill Resolution. Sedoy's going to fall. The Doom onto Yules. So far, a big fight coming up for Empire. Call down goes. They don't get the deny. Aloha Dance gets the double kill, and Yul falls in the end. 3 for 2. Meanwhile, the Rocket chasing after Always Wanna Fly. Is that going to kill him?
Yeah, it will.
It should. Yes, double kill for BZZ. Just barely. It actually turns into a 3 for 3 somehow. Okay. And we just saw the fight, but we're going to send it over to Pimp Uncle. Pimp, what's up?
Alright, I thought we were just gonna take another quick look in the fight, and here we have it. Hopefully this is gonna be exactly... Just let me... Oops! Okay, production value is just... There we go, there I am. Just had a bit of too much of a time there. So great engagement coming in from Resolution, but he couldn't get RP off, so he was just up in the air, nothing happened. Now a very late RP, Deathward ripping through everyone. Yol didn't get doomed for like seconds. That was incredible. And of course BCC coming in just to clean house. Everyone just somehow died. I don't even know who really came out on top of this one, but well, that was a good fight and sick game sense from BCC to just come in at the right time. Back to you, Mod.
Thanks, Pimp. Nice rotation from BZZ. They're going to rotate and try to find Yoki. Just throw out a homing missile. Meanwhile, BZZ is actually farming his own Ancients here. This will take a bit of time because he doesn't really have much.
There's a smoke coming out here onto the Doom.
Is he dead? Yep. Dask is going to go. He actually has Scorched Earth. He's pretty tanky, but the Culling Blade just gets in and gets the kill. He was able to regen up with the stick charges, but it wasn't enough. Meanwhile, G might get caught. Aloha Dance smoke with the seat. Yule's Scepter's going to go. That's a big Yule's. But now the Blink Skewer back. Ice Blast onto a couple. There's the Light Strike Array. Spell was stolen. Always want to fly Cold Feet, and he's going to die. He actually shatters. So they do get the kill on G, but it's a 2-for-1 trade across the map. Another Ice Vortex. Aloha is going to get chased down. The call down coming in. It's just going to hit with the first one. Meanwhile, Resolution looking to help out. BZZ. There's going to be the Rocket Barrage. He actually is running away. Blink Skewer. RP comes in. Resolution gets the kill. What a bait. What a bait coming up from Aloha Dance. A 3 for 2, 2 for 2 in that fight specifically. Meanwhile, Yul is way behind enemy lines. Sedoy walks right past Aloha Dance to the jungle. What's happening? What is happening in this game?
I don't even know who's on which side. Like, I don't know who's on Radiant, who's on Dire. Silent
Death
gets
Ward?
hit.
Oh, that Ice Blast needed to hit. Oh, okay, Sedoy. All right, I see you, dude. I see you. What a player. Jotum is about to get ganked hardcore. Skewer, Fade Bolt, Shockwave, no telekinesis needed. Sidoi jumps in, has no Calling Blade, and he might get doomed. Yep, there it is. Shockwave's gonna go. Counter Helix procs definitely go through Original Doom. Pretty sure they go through Aghanim's Doom as well. Good ability. They will get that kill, though. So, I guess this game is just, let's run at people and see what happens.
Something like that, Russian Dota. Blink
That's
Dagger
true.
now completed onto Yoki. So it'll be easier to get those Blink Dooms off.
You were back. RP was not used. He did use Call Down, but he dies. So nice. Resolution has been on point with these Blink Skewers this game.
Yeah, they've been pretty good. And the problem now as we approach the mid game is that you look at VP's lineup and they do not have the late game. Like, they got to be kind of scared because at this point they need to be on top. Like, they need to be in the driver's seat and they're not. They're actually losing by upwards of 5,000 experience. Gold's about net worth about 4,000, and if you're up like about 2,000 for VP's Polar's lineup right now, you're probably even. So they're actually quite far behind. And that's a little bit scary. Now, obviously, Lina can transition very nicely into the late game, but with the gyro, you would hope to have, like I talked about at the beginning of the cast, you hope to have more items up at this stage of the game. But Yasha Helm of the Dominator is not that impressive.
And what they did at the beginning of the game was they sent him to the off lane. Well, I think Sidoi's going to start running at people here in a second. Hold on. That was awkward. Aloha Dance blinks in. Death Ward comes out onto him. He just dies. And they're about to take the tier 1 tower because of it. Weird. They'll take the tier 1. They'll probably back up now. So as I was saying, they really prioritized the Axis Blink Dagger in the safe lane, which honestly, he got most of his gold when he was running at people bottom. So they could have just sent top lane Gyrocopter to begin with, and then he would have had a really good start. Instead, they prioritize an Axis Blink Dagger. He gets that at 10 minutes, and he does work with it. He's 9, 4, and 6, but Gyro's still pretty far behind from getting anything done here. He only has Yasha, he only has the Helmet of the Dominator. He has an Ancient Stack, which is nice, but got to get something going.
Yeah, I mean, his ult is doing work in these fights because it's actually hitting quite nicely, but the damage output in the mid to late game is really going to come from the Lina, I think, of all heroes. Lina and the Axe, which the good thing about this combination is that these are heroes that don't really have long cooldowns. Like, they can constantly keep going in. The Russian style, so to speak.
Yeah.
Like, they don't have to wait on, like, a black hole for 180 seconds or something. Like, they can just constantly keep going in with blink calls and what have you.
If there's any game that's indicative of Russian Dota or CIS Dota, this is it, I think, by a wide margin. Just people running at each other, and honestly, it's really fun to watch, and it's actually pretty impressive, too, some of the plays they're making. Silent is going to back away. He'll get a missile thrown onto him, and Aloha will try to bring it down. Aloha got a pretty early time Blink Dagger, whereas last game, the Rubik for Empire really didn't have one until the end, or even at all, I'm not sure. Just steal the missile, the homing missile. And they're going to try to push in mid. Waiting for a big RP. Oh, but the call, they bring Fly back to the high ground. They're going to throw him down. Frost gets jumped on, but, I mean, that really didn't do much there, so...
Yeah, that was kind of a waste.
Yeah. Panic one, if you will. And he gets another call. The Yules from G actually kind of screwing that up. Not that it matters. Culling Blade misses from Sidoi, but whatever. They get the kill regardless.
A little bit of panic spells cast, but it's all good in the end. 2-for-0 exchange. Haste Rune popped. He's actually just going to run straight at Silent. Can blink Yules catch up. Oh, it was so close.
He didn't have Yules, it was on cooldown.
If he didn't Yules in mid, he probably would have got that kill.
Yep. Good try, though. Good try. And they're going to head to Roshan. They don't have the best lineup to do this, unfortunately. So this will take some time. Whereas top lane, Yoki finally getting this tier 1 tower, which has been alive for seemingly ever. Silent picks up a BKB. He's farming the Ancients. He has an SNY now, so Silent's starting to look pretty strong. In fact, he's the highest net worth in the game. He'll start getting some work done here. All right, 25 minutes into the game. Roche still taking a while to get brought down, but Virtus.Pro will finally take it down, and with that, the Aegis will go to BZZ. Plus, his BKB is only 1,200 gold away. Actually, now 900, so...
Fresh ward counter there. That's unfortunate. As he just placed it there. There is a lift onto Sidoi in mid. And
Still
actually,
Calling Blade, by the way.
Was stolen. Yeah. It's a pretty good spell to steal. Oh, he might get gone on here.
Oh, Silent's going to counter-initiate. Pops the BKB, but where's the follow-up? RP onto BZZ. He has the Aegis, mind you, but this is not Virtus.Pro's fight. Laguna Blade blows up a hero on the backside. I think it was the Rubik, but G might have maybe not use that at the right time or the right hero. Silent's going to get Light Strike Arrayed. They don't have any real damage, though, anymore. BZZ's backing out. Sedoy's kind of low. They have to just hightail it out of there. They're going to TP out. Turns into a 1-for-1 support for a support. Okay.
Yeah, and that's fine for VP. Like, they didn't lose anything big. Lina got another kill. They almost have actually, they have the BKB up and ready to go for Gyro with still the Aegis, so I think they're still fine to fight. Like I said, the big thing about their lineup is they don't have to expend huge cooldowns to keep fighting, whereas look at Empire, they have a Doom to worry about, they have a Magnus RP to worry about, and always want to fly. He is dead again. He's really been out of position a lot this series. I've seen a number of times. Unfortunate. AA Blast coming in, not going to hit. Yoki is looking to just farm and use his Midas. But yeah, again, that's the big thing about VP Polars. I keep calling him VP Polar. It's because I've casted VP Polar so many times, and it's just like, it's a muscle thing. But it's a great thing about VP's lineup is they can just constantly keep fighting. Whereas when Mag expends his BKB RP, he initially wants to run away. Like, he doesn't want to keep fighting.
Yoki is going to have an Axe flying out to him now. So there's that mute coming in from the Doom. But he knows that there's something up. He's going to blink into the trees and TP out with good game sense. I don't see any ward nearby for the Radiant team. So yeah, he understands that they're missing from the middle lane where they have this ward. They also have a ward in the jungle here. So they know that they're not in the jungle, with the exception of G, who's going to find Silent farming. G also has almost 3k. So if he wants to get an Axe, he's going to have it soon, or he might go for a BKB instead. And does not get the tower deny, though. Nice TP, but not in time, so won't take that. All onto always want to fly. Yep. This is what you were talking about. He is pretty out of position. Doesn't have any wards there. I think he was trying to get one down. They're going to find G, though. Doom is going to go with Aghanim Scepter. They're going to force him out, but I think G should be dead here. They don't really need to chase him. They'll try to keep him alive with Voodoo Restoration, but I don't know if that's going to be enough. Meanwhile, on the other side of the fight, Call is going to go Yoki. They're going to use the call down. Yoki's going to fall. They do deny the Lina and actually getting away in time. Well, Yoki did fall, but the rest of the squad's still top for Empire, trying to push into this tier 2. No RP for Mac. He wasn't in position to help with that fight.
If that was a higher rank of Voodoo Restoration, I think they maybe sustain him long enough past the Doom Ags, but it's only level 1, and he's actually maxed the Maledict over it. A little bit of a different build than we normally see for the Witch Doctor, and it unfortunately doesn't pay off, but he did get the, at least in that instance, but he did get the deny, so.
And I think he bought 2. I'm pretty sure he bought all of his items. He was a little bit short of the point booster, but he'll have it within 50 gold. He can just send over the courier to the secret shop now and purchase it up. So he's going for an Axe, not a BKB, which is, I think, the right decision.
Yeah, the better decision, I think, too. I mean, BKB is nice, but it's obviously the Doom's still going to go through, the RP is going to go through, auto attacks and bashing through BKB from Troll will go through, so this is very, very effective, especially against the BKB freshly purchased from Troll. You got one on the Magnus. You got to assume that Doom's probably going to go for one too. So actually, he's probably going to go for a Refresher.
You have enough mana to use Refresher? I guess you have an Aghanim Scepter if you're Doom. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and Doom doesn't cost that much mana, and Lich dead again.
Yeah, well,
I think.
Yeah, he's dead. That Ice Blast blowing him up. Sedoy getting caught. Meanwhile, a rotation from Empire. They're looking to jump in from the backside. Can they get a group up of these heroes? No vision from the Dire team. They're going to catch out G, but he has the Aghanim Scepter. Goes through the BKB. Can they bring him down fast enough? RP goes onto Jotum. They do get the Lagoon off. Now the Berserker's calling to Silent, but where's the right click? They pop the Death Ward. Silent has to get the hell out of here. Actually cancels the Death Ward. There's the culling blade, the force culling from Sedoy. Yol is doomed. He doesn't give a damn. Aloha Dance. They actually deny Yol Laguna Blade used, but, well, Sedoy's like, I'm a man. I don't give a damn if you use that ability on me. I'm just too tanky to kill. A 3-for-3 trade. Actually, is a 2-for-3 in that specific fight, so a better trade for Empire. But they do use a BKB. They lose Silent, who is their main carry, and BZZ is alive for the entirety of that fight.
Yeah, well, they just taken a huge stack here for BZZ too. The smart thing from Empire was that they're not focusing this Gyrocopter who had an Aegis. So I think that was the biggest thing. It's like you focus him, you use spells on him, he comes back, and then you're just screwed. So, in that sense, it was really good. Imagine these fights if they have like a good Chain Frost though. Like that could be really, really effective, especially against heroes that don't have BKB. Well, I guess Gyro's the only one that has BKB, but these supports are not mobile. Like they outside of the Force Staff from Jotum, they're quite easy to kind of stay there, or get them to stay there. So The one sketchy thing though is that you can't really combo Lena's Yules against a troll. Like he's just gonna BKB when it comes down. So, I mean, obviously the ult going through it is very very effective, but unless you get a call onto him, you're not gonna stunlock him.
That's where maybe Hex would come into play, like Yule's Hex or like Hex even beforehand, then combo up your abilities. But I don't know, maybe the Lena builds a Hex at some point in time, but that's a way far away at this point. So
Yeah,
that would be a good item.
She should definitely get Hex, but maybe you think about a BKB so you don't get lifted. I don't know, but
I think
obviously
BKB's fine too.
He probably goes for the Hex, is my opinion, but we'll see.
There's a couple of options. They're still in a really good position. BZZ's caught up pretty nice. In fact, he's the highest net worth right now, surprisingly enough, after that ancient stack was taken.
Yeah.
Silent is playing very deep, but he made the right play going into the trees. He does have a TP scroll. They catch out Resolution. He blinks away with his fast fingers, and Silent's going to TP mid, realizing that everyone's top. He does not want to be there anymore. And Resolution going for that refresher. He is 1,000 gold away from it. Oh, boy.
That's really good. These RPs have generally been pretty good too. Like, seen a couple of one-man RPs just to secure kills, but generally these RPs have, if not gotten a lot of heroes, have still disrupted the fight enough to make VP not in the best position. So I'd say Resolution's been playing quite nicely. They also have, don't forget, the Empower buff damage, or the damage buff to heroes like Troll and Doom. It's not like your best Empower game, but it's hard to find a game where Empower is not going to be useful.
Pretty good ability. Silent would like to have that Empower on him permanently, and he's getting there. I think he's going for Scotty too. He already has the ultimate orb. This seems to be the build. Like BKB, SNY, Scotty on Trolls seems to be the way to go nowadays.
It's really
so
good because, yeah, well, one, it keeps you very tanky, and two, it's like, if you hit one bash, they're not going anywhere, because they're so slowed, and they're probably maimed by that time too, so maim plus the slow from Scotty, they're just not going anywhere.
They're going to jump in. They're going to doom up on a G. That's a big pickup. Berserker's call to counter initiate on Yoki. Chainfrost bouncing through. Does hit onto BZZ. He pops his BKB. Yoki's still alive, taking up a lot of the damage. Finally, Sidoi goes to work. They missed the RP, though. He was looking for BZZ. Couldn't find it. Now chasing after Jotum. He has to settle with the support. Cold Feet props off. Ice Vortex Jotum. One right click away from death, but Resolution gets Cold Feet procced. And Sidoi. Silent was diving to tier 3 when there's still tier 2 left at the mid lane. Resolution now does finally get the kill on a Jotum, but it's a 2-for-2. And they lose 2 cores for Empire. And if Resolution's lucky, he might make it out alive. And it looks like he finally will. Sidoi chasing, force, blink, but actually the blink comes out from Resolution instead. And weird 2-for-2. Aloha, they know that he's there? No. Yes. Yes, they do. They're going to TP in. Sidoi's going to blink. Oh, but he misses Aloha down with a bait. He'll TP out. Sidoi can't get there in time.
Huh. So, yeah, as you mentioned, it was 2 cores on the side of Empire that died, and that was with Lena doomed up right from the get-go. She did absolutely nothing in that fight. And the caster's curse is so real, man. Like, I swear, you praise someone and then they mess up the second after. Because that RP was definitely whiffed. Hit nothing there. Even used the BKB too before it, but still hit nothing.
He's got the refresher now, so he has 2 chances. Yeah. I can't imagine him whiffing both those RPs, but I've been wrong before, so.
That would be pretty funny to watch.
Gyro has a full MKB now, so any problem with damage is almost certainly negated here for BZZ. He's going to hit like a truck pretty soon, if not already. Oh boy. And Silent's he's gonna stop scaling as well. I mean, Scotty's good, but they really have to get a lot of these abilities to work. Like, the RPs have to hit, they have to lock heroes down, they have to get the dooms off. Otherwise, Troll's going to have to do a lot of work on his own, which doesn't seem like it's going to happen. But there is that Scotty finished up for Silent. He'll pick that up now. That provides him almost 3k HP with his SNY and BKB. But yeah, he's pretty damn tanky, but not unkillable.
I think the reason why Troll's so good is that he's a hero that still stays relevant in the late game, and the reason is, once you train... Okay, this is pretty much the build right now. It's most popular. Very, very effective. Because like I said, if you hit one bash on someone, they're almost always locked and dead.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a smoke. Actually, on to Silent. Just purchased Scotty. Doesn't matter.
He's dead. RP on the R5. The double RP is going to come out. The shockwave. The lich ult. It's a fucking disaster. Virtus.Pro get obliterated. Resolution. No more caster curse for you. What a player. Oh my god.
Ah! That was a double 5-man RP. Oh my shit.
That was the hypest thing I've ever seen. All right,
Well, thank
Pimp,
God
are
for
you ready to go,
replays. Here
buddy?
we go.
Yeah, let Pimp walk us through this one more time, buddy.
Alright, so let's take it very slowly. Silent here, everyone is just trying to bait with him. Sudoi coming in, and it really nice 4 stuff. Everyone just blowing everything they have, nothing left. You can see it in the top right-hand side. And then just Lich going absolutely on town. Resolution, seeing his one-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And that's pretty much how it went. Back to you, Maud.
I don't have words. Sudoi is forced to buy back. I think this game might have just ended for Virtus.Pro right there. Silence like, I'm not even mad. That was 100% worth it. Ice Blast is going to go. They take the Raxes. They don't even care. Oh, they don't right-click it for the last time. Resolution walks back in to get the kill. Doom onto Sudoi. He just bought back. No buyback for Sudoi. And what a disaster this has turned into. This game was even a second ago. Not anymore, man. What the hell just happened? Well, maybe
Yule's on
Yoki
a
said,
Yoki.
but...
They still have an ulti from the Lina. Does a ton of damage. They're going to get this kill, but the damage has already been done. Like you said, they used the buyback. The racks are down. Look at the graph for a second, man. Look at how fast that spiked up. 10,000 gold and experience pretty much in, what, a minute?
Yes. Yeah, I'd say that's about accurate. Oh my lord.
I'm actually, that was such a huge play. I'm actually watching the stream. I have that luxury.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing actually. Hold on, let me open this bad boy up.
Are you serious?
Yeah, actually, I'm watching chat. Yeah, that's guys. Just hold on a second. This is important. BZZ's gonna get telekinesis. Aloha Dan steals. RP misses the skewer though, but here comes Silent. Can he get a bash? Cannot. They actually popped the BKB, but there's the Scotty going to work. BZZ not tanky enough, and no buyback for him either. Oh no. Oh man, and they're gonna get Roche. And there's the
So I just watched it on stream. That's so damn sick, man. You know the best part about it is that not only was it an amazing RP. Oh, actually, hold that thought. Is they want to try to contest this as a final last stand. Not going to be in time. Does he get it?
Jumps
He
in.
does it.
Oh, the
Jeez,
bash! Silent just blows him up, dude. Out of seemingly nowhere, Silent obliterates him. And they are going to call. Sudoi is actually, he doesn't have a TP. He's going to get right click, but he does force himself away. Lina has to buy back. And Virtus.Pro are, they're bare bones at this point. They've got almost nothing left. RP is going to be back up at 45 with Refresher up in 8. And then you really can't fight into that. We saw what happens.
Like, you know what they should do is, like, for these Dota 2 tutorials for, like, new players, like, say, how to play this hero, or how does this hero, or how does this ability work? Like, they should, this is how Lich Chain Frost works, because that was, like, the absolute perfect opportunity for Always Want to Fly to finally have an effective Chain Frost. And it was...
Like, this is it, I can't screw this up, it's now or never.
It's now or never, that's right. Man.
It's like, dude, we don't even, listen, no, it's fine, we don't need that, dude. I got double RP and Shockwave and Skewer, and, like, it's fine. Don't even worry. And that's it, man. They're now 20,000 over the head within the span of like 3 minutes. And Virtus.Pro are running at them. They're like, well, we got to do something. Sudoi's going to run right into an illusion. He calls it. That is not the right target to go on Sudoi. They back away. They leave Yoki up into the top area. He actually gets spotted out. He has no blink for 8. And I think they're going to Ice Vortex and kill. Hello? Do they see his axe? Do they not see his axe? Sudoi gonna call? What? And he dooms. He runs right back in. It's time to fight. It's time to go, boys. BZZ gets doomed up. They're chasing after him. There's the whirling axes. Goodbye, BZZ. Dead for 100 seconds. Meanwhile, they catch out G as well. Chain Frost going. And they actually take down Yol on the backside. Empire are in hot pursuit of G. Silence like, I got this. I got a Scotty. Don't even worry about it. Yules will save his life for the time being. But G, that is your life. It is gone. All right. Yoki with some Houdini-like plays.
Yep. I think they're kind of, I actually think they're kind of tilted at this point. Like, I've seen them play just significantly not to the level that they were playing before, we'll just say that.
Yeah.
And who wouldn't be, man? Like, who wouldn't be tilted after that? Like, that was such a huge play in mid that it's really hard to come back mentally from that, even if they aren't totally out of it.
If that's an NEL game, there's like 30,000 people all chatting, and then everyone else is just typing GG or FF.
Oh, everyone would
just
leave if that was.
Yeah, I think actually you just leave. That's a good point. Yeah, you're gone. Nobody's in the game anymore. Radiant have won. They're gonna keep going. Jotum's gonna get hexed up. Shockwave's gonna go force out. Strike Array misses. They're actually corralling them into the well at this point, but Their main goal is to get the Raxes, and Silent's already accomplishing that. He will take down the melee
RP
Rax. They
coming out,
catch
RP coming out.
Aloha Dance. RP on the
Three-man!
3. Refresh is about to go here. There's a second RP. Oh, and everybody's dead yet again for Virtus.Pro. They just say, we can't win, man. That's it. We're donezo. Goodbye. GG. Empire with some of the best RPs from Resolution I've ever seen in one of the best games I've seen in a while. Lots of heroes getting run at, and it ends in a dramatic fashion, to say the least. Oh, my lord.
It's so funny, like, go back onto the stream, and it's his amazing double RP on the 5 heroes was so close to the RP that he totally whiffed that you have people right before, seconds before, who have no idea what's about to happen, saying, lol, 322 noob Magnus, learn how to hit an RP, and then, oh my god! But to be fair, they were all 5 clumped up. I mean, let's be honest here, right? Like,
yeah, I mean, that's on them. That's on them first and foremost. You're never supposed to be in that situation. But to have an opportunity like that,
sure.
Boom. What a finish.
Stuff.
What a finish from Virtus.Pro, man. And I got to say, today's games were absolutely incredible and probably the best way to finish it off as well. Guys, we are done for today. DotaPit finishes off with 4 games. Of course, Team Empire getting the victory. They split the series 1-1. And that'll be the last game of the day. Lots of shout-outs to go through. First of all, guys, want to shout out to Twitch and Trans for making sure the Twitch subscriber Twitch Season Pass was added for us in the last couple of seconds. You guys should definitely check that out. Of course, shout out to Tralf for joining me. You can check him out at Tralf Dota, and Pitmuckle for doing some great production work. Check him out at Pitmuckle on Twitter. DotaPit.com for more information. Twitter.com/DotaPit. I'm sure, hopefully, Reddit has a GIF of that soon because that was freaking amazing. So definitely check that out there. What else? I think that's about it for now. I can't really think about what to say because of how sick that RP was. I'm still in shock. So we'll just leave it with that, guys. Have a fantastic evening. We'll see you later. Bye, everybody.